National Assembly advised to change the name Nigeria that the country is being called. At a press conference that held in Abuja earlier today, a body known human rights writers of Association of Nigeria, Horewa, called on the National Assembly to, in addition to the agenda of constitutional amendments, also include changing the name Nigeria that the country is presently being called to a new one. Speaking at the conference, the national coordinator of the body, Comrade Emmanuel Onwubiko, said that according to history, the name was coined and given to the country by Flora Louise Shaw when she was yet Frederick Lugard's fiancée. Exactly. Yes. You might already know how I feel about Lugard and anything associated with him. So let's not even go there. Let's finish this while we get there. Speaking further, he said that in other African countries, such as Gold Coast, they rejected it and changed their different ones because they were not into slavery there. He also posited that the name is among the root of problem that the country is presently battling with. Lastly, he lamented that it is one of the reasons that some persons are calling the country a zoo. Some persons who, and rightly so, because it is. Because said, another proposition I want to make is about the name Nigeria. In amending the constitution, the name Nigeria should be scrapped. It is a foreign contraption given to us by a girl from Britain. Preach! Continue, right on. None of our ancestors gave us that name Nigeria. Are you hearing? Are we saying that we don't have? Are we saying that we don't have? We in Horewa can give the National Assembly 100 names if they are looking for a name to give Nigeria. Nigeria is not our name. Nigeria is the name imposed on us by. Don't look at it like I'm talking down on the girl. Well, she's a girl. A girl who sat somewhere after taking a cup or two of Ogogoro local gin and just said Nigeria, and we accepted it. My father was not there. Our ancestors were not there. So how can we accept a baptismal name that was imposed on us? You cannot name a child in its absence. Did any Nigerian give Britain the name Great Britain? We cannot continue with a name given to us by a girl who came from Britain to visit her boyfriend and sat somewhere and say Nigeria. We should first of all reject the name Nigeria and carve a name for ourselves. Other countries in all of Africa decided to do that. Some of them, they gave Gold Coast and they rejected it because they were not doing slave trade there. They carved a new name for themselves. We are all aware that most of the countries in Africa changed their names, so why not we change ours? Let's change this name. This name has become problematic to us. That is why a mad person is somewhere saying Nigeria is a zoo. Who are you calling mad? Let's just rephrase there, okay? Maybe once we change the name, they'll stop calling us a zoo. We're no longer in the zoo. When someone keeps calling you a zoo, if you don't take the time, you'll start behaving like someone in the zoo. So let's change the name. Well, if you look at the mechanism of how Nigeria works, you can liken it to a zoo. Even in a zoo itself, you see, with a zoo, there is actually a few elite. Well, you can say the actual keepers of the zoo, and they actually have the authority to keep it in a safe place. I mean, that's it. Well, this now gives a summary of how the name Nigeria came into existence. Before the amalgamation of the then Northern and Southern Protectorates by British colonial administration, Lord Frederick Lugard, in 1900, there was no name like Nigeria in existence, but a young female British journalist known as Flora Louise Shaw, who was Lugard's fiancée, in her intelligence reasoned that since the two conjoined protectorates were within the River Niger area that also cut through them, the amalgam should be called Nigeria area, from which she came up with Nigeria on the 8th of January 1897. Well, that's it. That is it. Personally, that is true. I mean, since when I found that, I've done my research and I was like, I sort of, I understand that, okay, fine. We've actually, as Nigerians, we make our personality and our culture makes up Nigeria. We are a melting pot of, different cultures and all that. Yeah, cool. But we have to, sometimes when you look at the origin of your name, you have to, doesn't work. So again, I think recently, I know that I'm Nigerian, yes, by passport I'm Nigerian, so that's the only reason why I'm associating myself with such a name given by Flora Shaw. Let's not talk about that. So for me, if I'm going to give an identity, it's more advisable that okay, fine, you go with your tribe, go with your specific tribe and where you're from. And I think that's the most accurate form of identity that you can give yourself. Sorry, but obviously looking at what Flora Shaw and her boyfriend, fiance, whoever that was, Lord Lugard, the atrocities, the heinous crimes, the terrorist. Oh, let's not even dig deep into that because we are going to shake the tables right here. And honestly, right now the energy is not matching. However, the fact just remains that this man is speaking facts. As in, the man woke up and decided to start preaching. No one asked. He just started preaching absolute facts from heaven. We cannot, again, we can rebrand the name for ourselves. We can go back and we can do whatever we want, and the world can see us in a different way. But then when you go back to the root and the origin of the name, how can you be proud of a name that Britain gave you? Oh. No, you can't. You cannot be. Absolutely not. So then that's what I'd advise. You know what? If you're Nigerian, there's no reason to be proud of that name. Absolutely. Why? I'm proud of us as a people. The official name is Nigeria in the books. However, identifying yourself, to be accurate, go with your tribe name. Go with your tribe. Go with that, And yes, the fact is that we actually have the right to change our name. That is the thing. But then again, with the way the country is composed and we have different sections that are so divided, what name would we actually agree on? Like, would we even ever get to a place where we actually agree on a name? Maybe that is why, in a way, the disintegration of the country may be best for us to really go back and fine-tune ourselves and start from scratch. And actually, because again, our history was interrupted. Our history was not just slavery. Our history was interrupted by slavery. So again, we have to go back to our cause, because again, it's just like we've not had that. Well, in recent times, we have not had a phase where we've really been we've been self-sufficient, we have autonomy over resources, and that effect has lasted generations to come. Again, listen, slavery went on for what, 400 years. That is enough to literally break down the fundamentals of a country, and and the long-term effect, we are still going through it now. Again, you can argue that, we should take responsibility for the fact that certain things are in our control and the country's situation should change. However, you can still not deny the fact that the aftermath of slavery is still very much rampant in the country today. I mean, we had colonialism, now we have neo-colonialism. Put what you think about this in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.